This movie is about my experience whilst on a scuba diving trip to Micronesia. It acts as an album for me to share my photographs and video clips with you. We dived in Truk, Lagoon, Yap and Palau. Truk is one of 4 states which make up the Federated States of Micronesia, FSM. Truk is 7 degrees north of the equator, just over 600 miles southeast of Guam. Before I talk about the movie, here is a brief history of Truk. As part of the colonial territory of the Caroline Islands, Truk was part of the Spanish Empire. After the Spanish-American War, control shifted to the German Empire. Following Germany's defeat in World War I, under a mandate from the League of Nations, it became a possession of the Japanese Empire. During World War II, Truk was the empire of Japan's main base in the South Pacific. The Japanese fleet was based there, with its administrative centre on Tonawes. Truk Lagoon served as the forward anchorage for the Japanese Imperial Fleet and was considered the most formidable of all Japanese strongholds in the Pacific. On the various islands, the Japanese had built roads, trenches, bunkers and caves, 5 airstrips, seaplane bases, a torpedo boat station, submarine repair shops, a communications centre and a radar station were constructed during the war. Protecting these various facilities were coastal defence guns and mortar emplacements. Anchored in the lagoon were the Imperial Japanese Navy's giant battleships, as well as aircraft carriers, cruisers, destroyers, tankers, cargo ships, tugboats, gunboats, minesweepers, landing craft and submarines. Described as Japan's equivalent of the Americans' Pearl Harbor, Truk was the base for Japanese operations against Allied forces in New Guinea and the Solomon Islands. Due to its heavy fortifications, both natural and man-made, the base at Truk was known to Allied forces as the Gibraltar of the Pacific. Once the American forces had captured the Marshall Islands, they used them as a base from which they launched an early morning attack on Truk. The Japanese withdrew most of their heavy units. Operation Hailstone, implemented by the United States in February 1944, culminated in one of the most important naval airstrikes of the war at Truk. Japanese warships, merchant ships and aircraft were destroyed, although some larger warships had moved to Palau a week earlier. Operation Hailstone wiped out almost everything of value. Many ships and airplanes were sent to the bottom of the lagoon. The superior force of the United States ships and planes made the lagoon at Truk the biggest graveyard of ships in the world. The attacks mostly ended Truk as a major threat to Allied operations in Central Pacific. Truk was isolated by Allied forces, mainly the US. Cut off, the Japanese forces on Truk and other Central Pacific islands ran low on food and faced starvation before Japan surrendered in August 1945. From war, terror and destruction, there is now peace, tranquility and beauty. Truk Lagoon is now known for its world-class diving. All our dives in Truk Lagoon were on these World War II Japanese wrecks. We saw gas masks, torpedoes, ammunition, armoured tanks, Zero fighter planes. Sometimes we came across display areas, collections of items found by divers for all to see. The dives in Yap and Palau were on coral reefs and drop-offs. And now for the movie.